Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to fix the camera squeak on the AE-1 program. This should work with a lot of the early Canon SLRs. This will work with the AE-1, AT-1, AV-1, all of those. So first, to identify the shutter squeak, sounds like this. You'll notice on this one the shutter also moves very slowly. So we'll compare that to one that is working just fine. This is an AE-1. So compare the sound that they make. So it's very evident if you have shutter squeak. So there's lots of videos on YouTube on how to fix this, what's the proper way to do it. I'm just going to show you what worked for me. This isn't necessarily the correct way to do it, but this is the fastest and the easiest way to do it. So the supplies you'll need is obviously your camera. You'll need a number 00 Phillips head screwdriver, and then I just found out that WD-40 works just fine. So the first thing we're going to want to do is remove the screws on the front here. We're going to do this screw right here, the one on the bottom, and then this one on the side. And then I also found out that having a rear shutter cap, this is a Canon one, that works very well as a tray for your screws so they don't fall away, roll away and lose them. And it also helps to have a rubber mat too to work on so you don't scratch up your camera any more than it already is. You can use other screwdrivers, but the number 00 is the one that's perfect size for this. I found mine at a True Value for $3, so it was well worth it. WD-40 is about $4 or $5 a can, so you're looking at about $7 repair. Okay, once you have all the screws removed, this top ring should be able to just slide right off, just like that. You can leave these buttons attached, and then we'll just set this off to the side. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is remove this screw right here. This one has a little bit of black paint on it. My other ones had green paint. This screw is going to be a little bit different size than the ones you just took off. So just separate this one from those. This one's going to be a little bit longer. Alright, so then what we're going to do is we're going to take the spray nozzle from our Canon WD-40. We're going to insert it into the hole and do a very quick burst. Oh, this is actually canned air. Don't need that. This is a WD-40. So this sprays out a lot all at once, so we're just going to do a very quick burst. You can see some came out the top there. Like I said, this is probably not the correct way to do it because what this is doing is just slinging oil all over the place inside there when it really only needs it on a couple of gears, but it's a quick fix. So then we're going to try this, see if it works. There we go. Perfect. Notice how the shutter is going at the normal speed. When I first showed you this, it was going extremely slow. So we'll compare that to the first one I showed you. You can see it's working just fine. Alright, so then to reassemble it, what we're going to do is make sure we take this long screw that we just took out. I think, yeah, I took the wrong one. So we want to take the one that has the paint on it. This one had black paint, and oops, Just gonna put it right back. These are very small screws, so they're hard to keep track of. Okay, there we go. And then once again, I'm using a number 00 Phillips head screw. So once we put that screw back in, we're going to take our little front assembly here, and we're just going to gently place it back on top. It should go right snug into place. You shouldn't have to force it. If you do find yourself forcing it, take it off again. You don't want to bend it. And then we're going to take the rest of our screws here and just put them back into their original spots. All of these front screws are the same, so it doesn't matter where they go. And these screws, you don't need to yank them on there. You don't need to torque them on there. They just need to go on there snug so they won't fall off. If you tighten them too much, the heads will break off, and then you'll have the screw stuck in the camera. Pardon me for taking so long. Alright, there we go. And that is how you fix your AE-1 Program Shutter Squeak. So go over this once again, and what you need is your camera, number 00 Phillips head screwdriver, and then I found out that just a can of WD-40 works the best. There might be proper camera greases or stuff like that, but this is just the easiest and quickest way to fix it.